Okay, welcome everybody to another night of the Spellbind Night Show. I am here tonight celebrating Halloween. I'm dressed as a Grossman from Tropic Thunder. And I have another surprise for you. I have a very, very special guest. He is an incredible actor. He has been in Babylon, NCIS, Ballers, General Hospital, all the way from LA. Not other than the guy himself, Cyrus Hobbi.
Hey.
Welcome to our show, man.
Hey, man, pleasure to be here. I appreciate the hospitality, Les Grossman. I am dressed as Puff the Magic Dragon, in case there's any confusion for the people here.
No, your costume is killer, dude. I mean, amazing.
Hey, we met on Halloween, so it's a full circle moment.
Dude,
We're
right?
back.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again, brother.
It is, man. It is. And then we're here again years later. I just want to introduce yourself. I want you to tell us a little bit about your background and who you are.
Well, I'll keep it tightened up to acting and this stuff, how I got into that. But I used to be really good at football and 100 pounds heavier, so I got a scholarship to go to USC. I was excited. I chose USC to do the drama and theater department, which I'm proud to say I was the first in USC's history to be a football player that was in the drama school. So you can imagine that was a pretty weird, going from practice to like drama class was just the best contrast for me in the world. So yeah. I really, once I got to USC, and we were talking about it before the podcast, but I actually learned from my professors how much sports goes into acting, just with the disciplines and the ability to learn your plays, learn your lines, but then let it all go, man, and just play the game.
Football gave you the discipline.
Oh, man. I mean, as far as discipline, and then also, I really think that entertainment, acting, it's really a team sport. I know we have like narcissistic, like actors are known for their egos and narcissism, but you actually are really a part of a team. I mean, you can do all the prep you want, all the stuff you want. If the camera guy doesn't do his job, he's not going to catch your sweet moment that you had in your head, or if the lighting's fucked up, they're not going to see it, let alone the other actors you got to work with. I mean, if you come into a scene and did all your work and then your actor throws something different at you, you have to be able to respond. So,
you never know what happens. Some actors like to improvise a lot.
I mean, most of the sets and stuff I've been on, there's been a lot of improv, and you got to be able to roll with it. I think they say yes and in improv.
Yes and,
that's the move. And yeah, for football, you don't, at least for that sport specifically, you don't get anywhere if your teammates don't. So it's I think that applies to performance and acting as well.
Of course,
you're a part of a thing, and I just think sometimes people get so caught up in their character and their ego, which you should. You should be the expert on your character, but at the end of the day, you're all part of it.
At least in a movie, you have a script that you can follow, and you kind of know what the end goal is. In football, you learn to unpredictable choices.
Absolutely. I mean, in football, it's a little more in your face. Yeah, you can have a plan, but there's a guy running full speed at you who's 280 pounds. So what are you going to do now? You know? But I think it's life and sports are very much like, I don't want to say life and death because it is a sport, but you have that naturally built in, because if not, I'm going to get put on my ass. I think the acting and the good actors, it's life and death to them in that same way of like, you do all the work. All the work is before you even show up. That's the hard stuff. When you show up, it's just letting go.
You gotta be ready to go.
Being present.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Let me take you back, and I want you to explain to me the moment you jump off the cliff and take on this journey of becoming an actor.
You know what's funny is I can actually pinpoint a specific scene I was doing. It was acting 101, man. I felt this type of energy. We talked about it before the podcast of synchronicity of just being of being in a moment. Like when you're in sports and the whistle blows, like you're not really like, it's like this outer body experience, but you're also focused.
You're not thinking like, oh, what do I have to do now? What the coach told me to do? No, you're just flowing.
The flow state. And you get that in sports, you get that in acting, you get that in music, you get that in skateboarding. I'm sure you're not like thinking of every move in skateboarding, but you just roll through it. I had that moment with this girl in this acting class, and the whole class was crying. I mean, we were just like, it was such a moment, just real, like nothing else mattered in the world except for what me and her were going through. And I remember thinking like, oh shit, I kind of like that more than than football. So
Yeah.
that was the initial bug that got me. And then you talked about jumping off the cliff. I mean, I just made that decision when I was getting ready to be done with football. I was kind of half-assing. You know, I'm doing acting. I'm good at it. I want to keep doing it. But football was my first love. And I actually remember my coach, shout out Clay Helton, was like, Horse, if you want to do acting, you better go do it, because that is 100 times more competitive than football. And I laughed at him. I didn't know what he meant. And,
And now you know.
And now I know. It's a pretty still competing to this day. Yeah.
Yeah. In acting, you never stop competing, and you always have to improve yourself. And that's what I was telling you before, that you need to take coaching as your church.
Yes.
It is like sports. If you don't practice, you start to lose abilities and skills. So practice your, acting. Get better at your instrument. The more you observe the world with that eye of, I can use that for acting.
Yeah,
that's what you need to have.
Yeah, and that's a language you have to build. You have to build that on your own. And there's many people who have come before us that have their ways of doing it, and you can learn from them. But I do think every actor, every person has their own. There's not a specific way to remember lines. There's not a specific way to
and
do
it's funny that we are actors in this era where it kind of like the glorious days are fading away. Or
the movie stars.
The movie stars.
There's no more movie stars, really.
No.
I mean, who's a movie star now? I don't even. Timothy Chalamet. He's probably like.
Yeah, we have like Leonardo DiCaprio still.
Yeah, we had, that's the last generation.
That's the last generation. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Brad Pitt, which I'm sure we'll get into
and Tom
later.
Cruise.
That guy, Tom Cruise. Hey, that's a fucking movie star. Come on, now.
Dude.
That stuff doesn't exist. The stardom, the fame stuff isn't really what's attractive to me. To me, it's that moment thing, that thing that was like, whoa. Fame is obviously, or whatever. This is obviously a byproduct if you're gonna do movies, but. To me, that unexplainable poetic feeling of when you're just going back and you're in a scene is just, to me, that's the only thing that filled the same void that football did. Football's such a stimulating thing.
Such a great feeling. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what you're referring to. I don't know if I can put it in words, but it is the feeling that gets every actor inspired to go. Either you have it or you don't. So if you are thinking about fame, I think you're in the wrong place.
Well, that's what and I'm not mad at it, but that's what this new, what's it called? Influencers are. It's like this, people in LA is the perfect place for that. It's like, let me go be famous. I want people to know who I am, which is fine. To me, it's just a different world. I'm not even mad at it. In the beginning, I was like, man, these influencers and they're getting.
No, you know what, man? It makes me mad. It makes me mad because they have really, make the industry lose value.
Sure.
Especially like with crew and camera people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the time that they came with all these DSLR cameras out there, this cinematographers kind of like, okay, now everybody's a cinematographer out of a sudden.
Yeah, somebody buys a camera and now they're a cinematographer.
So
or
now
an actor did a thing for his whatever, and now he's an actor. It's amazing how many people call themselves actors. Where it took me a long time to like say that confidently to people, like I'm an actor.
Hey, you know what I compare that with? With the feeling of, I have many friends that are gay, and the feeling of them to come out of the closet.
Yeah,
that's what was acting for me.
Yeah,
to open up to the world and say, hey, I'm an actor, was such a like, oh my God, I know I'm an actor, but I need to really put it out there.
It was a weight lifted off. And the amount of people, like you said, it's been so diluted with content creation and these things. But also now, I mean, we can do a whole nother podcast about AI. But
I want to move on. But
yes, please.
I want to talk about what we did together, dude. That was such a great time.
Fright Farm.
Fright
Farm, baby.
It was what they call it, a drive-through experience. And one day, the director and the creator of this, shout out to Dave
Love, baby.
Dave Love, yeah, great guy. He had this incredible idea. He put it all together. I saw the drawings of his idea, and he was about to pitch it. And I remember another great guy, Joy Nitolo. Joy Nitolo, who I was working with as a director for his podcast. That's how I met David Love. And then, fast forward, I'm with you on set, and you're going to be the actor for the promo. And I'm like, all right, cool guy, whatever. And then, we started to do the scene and rehearse the scene, and I see that this guy is like into it, and I'm like, damn, this guy's gonna make me look good. You know, he has the chops. I like this.
Damn, man, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah,
That was a cool. Then that was in COVID, man. We were like, I don't know about you, but I was so happy to just hear people were being creative still and doing.
If you guys want to watch the entire promo, I'm gonna leave it down here in the link so you can go watch it. Just show you a bit of it so you can have fun. Look at this part.
Who touched my stuff?
Coming to the Inland Empire this fall, Fright Farm's drive-through experience.
Do you see that? The special effect there, there was no AI, nothing. It took me a while to accomplish that around the bunny.
Well, we should be clear. No bunnies were hurt in this. That was not real.
Yeah, that was not real bunny.
I forgot that it was that violent, man. That's creepy. That was frightening.
Yeah, the whole studio where we shot it was kind of creepy. They had so many props, and everything was kind of like from a zombie movie. And then there was this rhino from this comedy.
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, Ace Ventura. Dude, yeah.
When he's coming out of the rhino or the hippo.
Cool.
That was also cool for me because it was like really, for me, motivating to see other people, other artists who are that was in the middle of COVID, man, when we weren't allowed to be with each other. And it was like, oh, what? People are still making stuff? What? Drive-in? Like drive-through entertainment? I was all about it. In the theater, I was working with Sloss and Rec at the time. We were doing a drive-in play. Yeah. So it was just perfect timing meeting with you guys on the Fright Farms because I was like, this is dope, man. I haven't been around. We're all isolated, and it's like now I'm with a bunch of creatives, and we're trying to make a piece.
Fright Farm was a real journey and a real good experience, and to get the opportunity to have you in a full circle here today is an honor for me. So
Halloween, baby. Halloween. Back on Halloween.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna be meeting every Halloween.
Maybe we just start linking up on Halloweens.
Yeah, that's great. Let's make that happen, man.
I'm coming as Les Grossman next year. Though. You look incredible.
You know what? Next year I'm gonna dress like you in Babylon.
Football player number one from Babylon. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I was going to do that here, but that would have been really corny. My girlfriend.
We spoke about having you dress up like that, and he tells me like, Jose, I don't really think it's going to be a good idea. I'm like, well, man, okay.
My girlfriend made fun of me. She's like, you can't do that. You can't. She was right. I think the Puff the Magic Dragon's the way to go.
This looks amazing too, man. All right. I want to talk about a project that this guy did, and everybody approached him on the streets and ask him, hey, are you that guy? Are you that Russian, what is it, bodyguard?
You must be talking about General Hospital.
General Hospital, man.
Yeah. Willow. Is everything okay? There's this big guy just standing.
He's mine, follows me around like a puppy dog.
Great job on that too.
Thank you, man. It's been a real blessing. I've been on that show the past 4 years, on and off, and that show's been going since 1963. That was the first episode, and it's still going.
So they can call you anytime and like, hey, come back again.
You know, I like working with. I've made so many friends there, and it's really good. People have said a lot of actors come through there. I learned the benefit of it. The training grounds of it are incredible. For an actor, it's very fast, and it's one take. They don't mess around, man. There's no hey, you mind if I try? No.
Yeah. So they are dialed
in.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most I've gotten recognized for is people that watch the show. People still watch General Hospital, let me tell you.
They having such a long career. Everybody in the crew. You know, I bet they do. They'd be like, damn, other people are just jumping around and we've been here, we have a solid state income. And
I see why a lot of actors like doing it because it's you wake up, you get to work You know, it's like a hard hat job Monday through Friday. You're just tuning into work. So.
It can tear you down also because you'd be like, damn, man.
Again, I learned from it the speed. Like, it's just very fast. It's marks, it's blocking, it's cameras. And you just have to learn that. And I think as an actor, it's just those reps are just priceless. And I'm very grateful to be on sets where I can learn from sets, because I think a lot of people mistake preparation for production.
Yeah.
And I think
that's true.
When you get booked, when you get like, those are like furthering you, because you're like, oh, it's like a crash course, man.
Talking about acting, I want to showcase some of your work, and I love what you did for Ballers. And let's watch that, and then we'll talk.
All right, let's watch it.
Let's take a look, guys.
Oh man, it's been a minute.
State of the art. We got the best turf money can buy. Of course, as you know, we play all of our games on natural grass. Way easier on the knees.
Yeah, I seen your work. Got good hands. Even better feet.
Thanks, bud. I heard you were quite the student of the game. Look at this. Isn't it awesome? Makes my dick so hard, nearly tears a hole right through my pants.
Q likes to focus on flexibility.
We have the Iron Man gravity machine for that. Then we hop in the Himalayan salt sauna. Sweats out all your toxins.
It's like in Tibet.
Geography thing, big man.
We got the best grub, too. There's this pizza place that they serve late night, and if you wear your hoodie, they even let players eat for free.
In my world, you wear a hoodie late night, you get shot or choked out.
Hey, how are the classes?
Thankfully, I wouldn't know. We have 24-hour access to tutors. They pretty much cover everything. Papers, presentations, shit like that.
Not quite the answer I was looking for, but it's all right. Come on, we'll catch up with you later.
All right.
This was one of your, like you said, this is one of your breakthrough moments. Tell me more about this. I really want to know.
Shoot, man. I thought I was a movie star after I did that. I thought I was like, I got that right out of college. I was like, oh, I'm working with The Rock. I'm about to be famous tomorrow. Let's go. You know, just dumb, like, oh, it just only goes up from here. But
yeah, you'll be like, oh man, this is a proof testimony that I am the one.
I am the man. I'm the man. Yeah. I was like, dude, The Rock just put his hand on my shoulder. I'm good to go. Yeah.
We're talking face to face, one on one. This is my man. I mean,
and he's just incredible, by the way, as a professional.
So that experience takes you to maybe long period of time without working, and then it humbles you down.
Yeah.
Right? How that happens.
Just that idea of like, I don't think you should be. I think I saw Robert De Niro talk about like, don't get too high or too low, about just stay what you're doing. And I think I get a little high sometimes when I get excited. I'm working with The Rock, you know? So I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to be a movie star. Everybody's going to call me. I'm going to get an agent tomorrow. And and none of that stuff happens. But you still have to show up.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. I love that. That scene shows like a great connection. It really comes through the screen that you and him were kind of like kicking it on set. I
am forever grateful for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. One, because he had my back when the director kind of tried to throw me under the bus. Not to call it, no hard feelings to the director, but The Rock just kind of took me aside and was.
Now that you said it, you have to tell it. Tell it quick.
Okay. Well, so for the scene right before this gym scene we just watched, I shake The Rock's hand when I see him, and we kept doing that for the take. And the director, in front of everybody, is like, "Hey, mate, I know you want your scene with The Rock, but we're gonna have to lose that handshake." And I wasn't shaking his hand because I'm like, "Oh, it's The Rock." No, Mike. Why would I not? I have to respect this man. I'm playing a college football player. He's playing an agent. I would have this respect for him. I'm not trying to just get a hand. Anyways, so The Rock sees my frustration, pulls me aside, and just says, "Hey, bro, let's just say I paid you $200 before we walked up, just to give you something." And to me,
The Rock came with the idea of passing the money.
And making it truthful for me, so where I don't have to
just
fight with the director, because he saw I was being genuine. I think The Rock recognized that I wasn't just trying to like get my moment. I was trying to figure out, well, how does this make sense? So I think it was cool for him to do that to pull,
No,
know.
and if you felt it that way, that's because it was.
Also played college football. Like I know, it's like the director was just being. I'm like, bro, you're from England, dude. Like,
Yeah,
let me
dude. I mean,
let me
The
tell you
Rock-
how it works here.
Dwayne is an experienced actor. He can see.
Yeah, and he also played football too. So
And he
me
plays
him,
football.
You
You
know,
guys had the same coach, you said.
we did. Coach Ed Ogeron. Shout out Coach Ed Ogeron.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, The Rock saw me. Just a little another note. I know that's USC, but we actually filmed that at UCLA, which people don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not at USC at all. So before every take, we were standing on the UCLA logo. I would spit on the logo, and The Rock caught it. He's like, "Hey, what's that all about?" And I just told him that UCLA sucks, and then that was when the Coach O conversation.
And that's when the conversation opened up. And
he lit up once he saw
Yeah.
once he heard the words Coach O. I think he just really opened up to me after that, which was really cool. I mean, just to have.
See,
that.
you never know. You never know.
I mean, I grew up on wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Like that was my guy. So this was a very surreal moment, and for him to kind of like, I don't know, I felt like he was giving me a lot, which
Dude, yeah.
you don't get from every
Of
person
course.
of his stature.
Come on, man.
you know?
You're talking about, a superstar and someone that's going to be remembered forever.
Yeah.
He has so many fans.
Yeah.
He's huge. I want to talk about NCIS.
NCIS, yeah, that was fun.
My mom has 3 words for people like Eddie Hansen. Bless his heart. Nothing seemed to come easy to him physically. He's been struggling to keep up.
Really? Well, it didn't look like that in the training session video.
Yeah, he surprised us all yesterday, but after he collapsed, I thought maybe I pushed him too hard.
I can promise you it wasn't that.
Listen, they won't tell us anything, but suddenly we all had to get blood tests this morning. Now NCIS is here. I got a wife and a baby.
We don't think there's an immediate threat to anyone else. The blood test is just a precaution.
Although it would be helpful if we knew everything Hansen was up to last week.
Continue his work and training schedule. For his Liberty activities, you'll need to talk to his roommate, PFC James Williams. Them two are like birds of a feather. They went everywhere together.
Off base?
Oh, yeah. Hansen was one of the few PFCs with a car. Yellow Camaro. Gorgeous, but loud. You know when Hansen's going somewhere, and Williams was always with him.
When's the last time they left together?
Night before Hansen's collapse, I called staff duty up battalion and saw them leave.
Do you know where they went?
As long as they make it back sober and safe, I don't ask, but I'm sure Williams will tell you. I can call over to his work section.
We'd appreciate that, Staff Sergeant. You can have them send them over to the barracks. We're going to check out Hansen's rack.
Roger that.
I worked for NCIS a couple of times.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you do for them?
I was doing just like feature background, dude.
Hell yeah.
I was trying to kick, the ball and trying to network and meet some people. I did a lot of background.
Yeah.
Man. I've
And
been in
also,
so
it's a
many projects.
really good way to learn how a set moves. I mean, I worked on All American as background as long as I could. I mean, I looked like a grown ass man, and they're in high school, so they didn't keep me around. But that background work, you learn so much from just getting to watch a set move.
And sometimes you get great opportunities. I got my union card because of that.
Was that when you work with Renee Zellweger? Was
Yeah,
that?
dude.
Yeah.
Dude. A funny story. I was, she needed to have a reaction with me. In between takes, I couldn't stop looking at her because she was so talented. And she had this huge, speech to do, and she will do it over and over, dialed in.
Yeah, different every time, I bet, too.
Yeah,
Something new. And I was pretty grateful, to lock in like that. I mean, going back to NCIS.
Yes, please.
That was a cool moment for me because it was probably the most dialogue I had on television to this point, playing Staff Sergeant Pierce, which is cool, but it's when rehearsal, when you're staring at LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell, it's very... I had to I'm glad we had a few rehearsal takes because I just was like...
I was thinking about the same thing when I was watching it. I'm like, what are these guys thinking when they're looking at my boy going with his lines? What are they thinking?
I know. I wonder too. Like, what's really going on in these guys' heads?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I ended up getting it dialed in, and NCIS was another really great point for me because is where I learned what we talked about. I think in the beginning is being present because I was playing a military man, which I have played in the past. Shout out to Vet TV, all veteran ran TV company. They gave me the platform to be able to just be goofy. But so everything was very rigid. I was even like the way I studied the lines was just so like military and mechanical. I show up to set. First thing the director says is, "Hey, we're cutting these 5 lines and we're adding these 4." And I just was. Luckily, I had done enough work. And again, the work saves you. When you do the work, you can rely on it.
You build a bag of tools and you're like, oh, yeah, I know how to solve this.
The
Okay,
lines are just the way to the next thing. They always say, you got to get into these rooms, man. You got to get into the rooms, get into the doors, But people don't know what the fuck to do when they get in the doors.
Yeah.
And the only way you know how to get to know what to do.
Be prepared. Actors
prepare. Be prepared, man. And
Yeah.
Because that's half the shit that they're doing in these auditions anyways, is they're trying to mess with you. They're trying to see how much direction you can take. I mean, when I was first rehearsing with Chris O'Donnell, he was like throwing this ball up in the air, kind of trying to distract me. But not to be a dick, he just was like trying to keep me focused, which is like, these are things, if you do all the work, you ain't got to worry
If you do the
about
work and you know your lines back, to back, and you know how to respond to it, you know the situation, you know what the goal is. So if you get lost, you just know that you can drive yourself back to it as you do in real life.
But if you're thinking about the lines, or if I got this smudge on my lip, or if I'm all these other thoughts that come into your head, no, just get back to who you are, what you're doing.
Yeah, they take you out of the moment. Anyway, we're gonna get into the juice of the night.
Let's go.
We're gonna get into the juice of the night. This guy was picked to perform in the movie Babylon. Dude, when I got to know that, I was like, damn, I saw that. I saw he had it. Look, he's already in the movies, because it's for actors. I don't know if you guys know that, but you are in LA. If you get in a TV series, you're lucky. If you get in a movie, man, that means a lot.
Yeah.
That means a lot. So congrats for that, man.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you liked the movie. I feel like it's an underrated film, and I think a lot of people either loved it or hated it. But I think it's one that's going to grow on people. So.
Oh yeah.
So but yeah, man, you're telling me. I mean, that's like the first movie I've actually worked on.
Yeah.
So
Everybody who's listening to this right now, if you haven't seen Babylon, you need to go and look at it.
I think particularly for filmmakers and artists, if you're into that, this is a really good story about 1920s Hollywood and the transfer from silent films to what they call talkies, to sound. Mm-hmm. But it's just so relatable to today as we continue to change. I sound so fucking corny. As we continue to change. But with AI, with stuff coming in, everybody's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're not going to survive. And it's like, hey, okay, maybe you won't, but we're going to have to get more creative and more.
What I saw in the movie is like when it transitioned to sound, all these actors who were, title card actors in silent movies, some of them didn't sound good.
Nope.
And so they lost their job because when people like an
movie
example,
stars like Leonardo DiCaprio is losing their jobs. Like these how big what you're saying, how big they were.
Yeah.
And they couldn't handle it. They
couldn't handle it. Yeah. People were making fun of them.
Yeah.
You can see Brad Pitt, picking in one of his like new movies with audio, and people were laughing about him.
Yeah. And I can only imagine trying to you think you're at such a high level, and then all of a sudden you're just you ain't nothing. So the movie's just it's so good for so many reasons. So I'm happy to talk. Let's
all right, let's watch it. I want to showcase this in a real good way. Our show Spellbind is to showcase people like Cyrus, talk about their background and their story, but more importantly is to break down a scene so you guys can know more in detail what happens behind the scenes. All right, let's go watch this.
Look, sweetie, he's gonna find a snake. This is great. Here we go. Ha! See that snake? See this man? Watch this. So, first, one must assume the position of a mongoose. I'm not gonna. Don't tell me that time. I could just run the whole thing over and over and over, and I just find it. Yeah, find it. Run so if I could just.
Wow. All right. Tell me about that scene. What happened there?
That was the first thing we shot in the desert. That was Eric Roberts playing Margot Robbie's dad.
Eric Roberts, phenomenal job.
Totally underrated. I mean, and unfortunately, he got cut out of this movie a lot. He was incredible that night. He was playing.
Also, see, he had way more lines.
He had way more stuff. He had way more scenes. Me and him had scenes together. Yeah. He was incredible that night. He was, I think, in full method the whole time. He was playing an alcoholic, a drunk, and he was.
Oh, so he just faded, bro.
Oh man, we were no, but he wasn't. I know he doesn't drink. So
yeah.
So to watch, he's old Hollywood, man. I mean, he's got some stuff from back. Star 80? He did some stuff back in the day. So I was already excited just as an actor to get to watch Eric Roberts perform. But man, he killed it. So he kind of kicked off the desert. The desert, we were out there for about 3 days, I want to say. And this was the first night of it. So for me to get to watch, a guy like that being in front of everybody was pretty incredible.
Yeah. Great start for this scene. And it's an entire. There's a chunk of this scene that where you're coming in and have Margot Robbie on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so before this was the party, and that was really cool. That was my first experience on the set, my very first thing I shot.
Yeah,
Damien
you guys walked in the party all together.
Bro, Damien Chazelle walks up to me and says, "Hey, would you be cool if Margot went on your shoulders?" And my jaw just, and then I don't even know if I said yes. I just was like, no. And then as he's saying that, Margot Robbie walks up. He's like, "Hey, Cyrus, I want to introduce you to Margot." "Hello, I'm Margot." And I just was like, it just was very real, very fucking fast. So it's already been the greatest 2 nights of my life before we get to this.
Let's continue watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is going to fight it? God damn it, you fucking pussies! You fucking piece of shit, fucking bullshit, fucking pussies! The night is almost over. I got a 10 a.m. call time. I just want to see a motherfucking snake fight!
Nelly babe.
Don't Nelly babe me, you 6-foot fucking vagina! I will fight it!
All right. That was your moment, dude.
Some stunt work, baby.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure we did like 10 takes of her slapping me in the face. And I had a shit-eating grin every time we did it. She's so sweet. She apologized to me after every scene. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I was like,
I wouldn't care either.
I said, "Baby, you go as hard as you need to go." I'm like, I got a stupid smile on my face every time. I had to get back into character.
When you are with Margot Robbie, every second counts. You want to stand that as long as possible.
Yeah, and everybody's trying to get her attention and get her thing. So it's pretty cool when you have those moments. I mean, all my scenes were with.
She's super talented, dude.
Her.
Like she's not there for free,
Oh no, she humbled me completely. And these scenes were so fun for me as an actor because she was doing something different every time, bringing juice every time. I mean, she had the most to do out there that night, and she had energy. You feed off of somebody's energy, like, wow, they're bringing it. I need to bring it. And she sure did. And also, I don't know if you could tell from the scene, but just a little nugget about my little walk up there. I was loosely playing a character of John Wayne. In the script, it was hinted at that it was John Wayne. John Wayne was on the USC football team in 1926, and he probably went to a Hollywood party, much like this, and that's probably how he got into Hollywood. I just believed I was playing John Wayne. I mean,
that was meant to be.
You know how I know it was meant to be too is Margot. The first thing Margot said to me on the first day was, "Did you know John Wayne was on the USC football team?" I was like, that's who I'm playing. Yeah, and I had to correct her. I was like, actually, he broke his back playing surfboarding, not playing football. So this scene, I tried to do a little bit of his walk. He has like a,
I see that.
distinctive.
Yeah.
I mean, I was drunk in the scene.
But still walking like John Wayne. Yeah.
Just that kind of shimmy that he does and everything.
No, and that is a great acting chops because you kept that character in 1926 by doing that.
To me, it put me there, and I think it helped put the other, it helped Damien trust me. He saw that I was doing something. Nobody would ever notice it, and yeah, like you said, it's not in the movie John Wayne, but I just played him.
Good to know, dude. That's such an important detail about your character.
Imagine showing up to a party like this, where a guy of Brad Pitt's stature, he was playing Jack Conrad in the film, he's at this party. Margot Robbie, who's playing a version of Nellie Leroy, she was the starlet of the 20s. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, so just to your point, just make it real for you. Nobody has to know.
The wild child.
Wild child. Yeah. That was...
Cool. Let's watch more.
Yes! I'm more man than any of you. I ain't a fucking pussy. Oh. See? You see that? It's that fucking easy. You fucking shit.
All right. Okay. So she walks there and she gets bitten by a snake.
There were real snakes on set, by the way. That wasn't a real one that bit her. Obviously, she'd probably be dead. But Nigel, the Australian snake handler on set, was one of the most interesting guys I met. So imagine doing this scene, you know, and you have to do it like 15, 20 times. I mean, it just was madness. It was chaos.
Wow.
It was crazy.
It was
so.
controlled chaos.
Yeah.
The blocking and the orchestration of the camera team and what they did, it is outstanding.
The details were incredible, and I was so grateful, like in between takes on things that I wasn't in, I was just watching this crew work because the details were phenomenal. Linus Sundgren was the cinematographer. I hope I said his name right. The way that Damien and his team would orchestrate these things and then the cameras would go find these moments, to me that was really cool to see, because you just don't see big sets like this and a lot of people and a lot of actors and getting to do all these things. And again, really made it feel like a team sport even more.
Yeah, and especially with that type of elite players.
Elite players, yes.
If people haven't catch on into this, when they get to see this, they'll be like, damn.
I think this movie's going to grow on people. Yeah. It's very musically made. Like, obviously, the music's original. The way the movie flows, it's like fast, and then it goes like slow with a chorus. Yeah. And then like these scenes, like what you just saw, it's like low, high, chaos, and then the rest, you know.
Right here, let's show that.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Hey, I got it, son!
Right. Once more to the breach, dear friends. Once more. Ready, hold it.
Right there, look at her face.
Oh man, Catherine Watterson right there. Shout out to Catherine Watterson. She is a very special woman and a really good actress. How about Brad, man? He's just so, I mean, I could watch that face all day. And the music is incredible, the literal music, but you just see what I mean by these scenes of like...
Well, you know he got run over in Meet Joe Black.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's right. Yeah, he gets hit there. Okay, that was another thing, was that stuntman. Holy crap, that guy really got hit by a car 5 times a night.
I wonder if it was the same, stuntman from that.
Yeah, Black. The same guy that got hit by the car.
Okay, you want to be run over again?
I mean, what a job, you know? It made me grateful for my job. I'm like, damn, I don't have to get hit by a car 5 times.
I should research on that. It's probably the same guy.
That'd be really funny. I mean, I'm sure they got to keep it the youthful, keep it young, the stunt guys. That was a fun one to watch. I mean, even just to see the mechanics of how that goes down was super interesting.
Yeah, no, he did great. The stuntman really showed out to that guy. He killed it.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch more. Okay. Wow.
Lee Jun Lee playing Lady Faye. Man, she was incredible. Yeah. During this time, it was like kindred spirits that had to come together. So who Lee Jun Lee is playing is Lady Faye, which is like Anime Wong from the 1920s. She was an Asian actress who, got a lot of crap, didn't get a lot of the love she probably should have got, and made her way through that industry.
Well, she was super tough. She was a businesswoman also.
The character she plays in the thing, she was doing title cards for the silent film. She was doing all these things that were incredible.
Outside of her passion.
Yeah. And it's because, and she didn't let the industry like, oh man, they're never going to let an Asian, woman do that. Like, she just made it happen. So I love this scene showing how calm, cool, and collected she is watching all these idiots run around. She's like, oh my gosh. She comes in to save the day.
It gives that sense of authority that she has.
Yes, which she earns throughout this film. Like you see, before this, she does these performances for the parties. Yeah, because she just was so captivating to watch.
But the way I see it is, Margot Robbie is playing a wildcat and she's a jaguar.
Yeah, and I think that's why they end up being attracted to each other in the film. Is they both get to the same place, but one is literally nicknamed the Wild Child. I mean, she dances, sings, parties, dance. The other one, Lady Faye, the Jaguar, as you said,
Lady Faye,
moves with class, moves with poise, moves with presence.
Yeah, great performance by her.
Absolutely, and she's also the sweetest.
She really did a great performance there, for sure. All right, let's watch the rest of this.
The best part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun to watch that kiss for 5 to 6 takes. It was more fun because it was so earned from the previous scene. Like there's a whole build up to.
There's a whole build up to this.
And
point.
Also the actors were joking about it being like the dustiest, dirtiest kiss because she had all this crap in her mouth, and like Margot had sand and rock and all this stuff in her mouth, and then Lee had like that blood pus stuff that she was sucking. So it's like they both were just like had crap. It was like they said it was the nastiest kiss ever. So
yeah, there's so much in this scene, and this is a turning point for the movie. There's a realization from Brad Pitt's character and from her.
This is really the halfway point of the film.
Yeah.
When to what you're saying, it all like it's this roller coaster up. And then for whatever reason, this desert here on, the film kind of goes downhill from here, at least for our main characters. Again, I also just want to compliment Damien Chazelle. Like the musicality of the way these scenes flow and the movie flows, to me, is what really makes this movie one of those ones that it gets better. This movie actually gets better over time, and I think it's one of those movies that actually gets better the more you watch it.
And this is what the movie's about. It's the beginning of sound. and they took so much advantage of really creating art with the sound. So much so that they got an award for that.
Yeah.
The sound carries you through this scene, and you get to experience what Brad Pitt is feeling.
Right.
Not only because of his performance, which is outstanding, because of the music.
Yeah, and it's really kind of crazy now that I think about it, reading this, like going from the audition to the script to this. Man, it really was how I envisioned it. The best of the best. And I think a lot of this movie can all be summed up in this whole scene, but I hope people see the whole movie, because it just, by the time you get to this point in the film, you're like, what is happening?
No, there is a lot to discover, and a lot to find out in this film. More than every character and their own little stories that they play out is because of this point in history. The transition from silent film to sound. All right. So I want to do something special. Also, I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Is there anything and any message you want to let people with?
I don't have anything really profound, except for I was going to make it for filmmakers, but I think I'm just going to make it for everybody. Man, we need overwhelming love right now in the world, everybody. And I'm telling that to myself. Overwhelming love. If you're a person who's in the entertainment, it's because I feel like you feel really heavy, you feel really deeply. The world is just nuts, and our phones have just infected our brains. My thing I want to leave with people is just try to give and receive overwhelming love. I think it's going to help us going forward.
Thank you so much for that.
Gotcha, man.
And with that, we're gonna head to a party. Let's fucking go, man.
It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween. Let's get the hell out of here, dude.
Dude, you got this freaking ball cap.
I know. People are waiting for me out there, man.
Let's do it. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Peace.
Heads up! Heads up! Here's another one, and another one. Yeet, yeet. Why you all in my ear? Talking a whole bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Yeet, yeet. I ain't playing around. Make one false move, I take you down. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker.